Okay, so last night I was digging around on the internet and I ran across something and it really had a big click for me. So it's called 8 Levels of Circuitry, and I found it because I was looking, actually I was just Googling for some reason underground circuit, and I ran across it, and it was first written about by Dr. Timothy Leary, and other doctors and medical professionals have written about it since then. But he was all into the 8 levels of circuitry is of the brain, and he was using like drugs to unlock each circuit, any kind of drug really, but acid and mushrooms and cocaine and weed. And so anyway, it's as I got to reading about it, I noticed that I found an article about it, and it was telling about the 8 different circuits. And the first 4, what I'm planning on doing is I'm doing this introduction video here, and I've got all the other videos already ready. And after this one premieres, I'm going to put them all on a playlist and upload them all at the same time. And I'm going to go over the circuits 5 through 8, because I do one video of kind of just an overview of circuits 1 through 4, but they're like the base level. Like you can look at it like chakras too. It's like the base level stuff, like stuff that I'm way past. Like, the 4th one gets into like I say, people, all they want to do is have sex and eat and be scared. But I started to notice after the fourth circuit, like the 5th circuit, I noticed it kind of resembles, what it is like, it's 5th circuit, it's like the 5D. It's like when you have that initial awakening, and then I noticed how it started to describe each circuit 5 through 8, and I realized that it was explained. What it is you can use it as a gauge to see what, like, you could term it frequency level, or what circuit you've been able to obtain in unlocking. And I know. See, I got a script right here. It's just some things I don't want to forget because this thing really clicked for me. And I noticed in the descriptions of the different circuits, it seemed like the intensity level of the state of the consciousness, or states of consciousness, would grow with each circuit, and that it would you could compare it to like the 5D. You compare the starting at the 5th is like you're doing your 5D ascension, and it goes all the way up to 8, and 8 would be like singularity. And so I'm going to put the videos out about them, and it's a really good scale, and it's also good for people like, okay, I noticed that, I got up to the 7th circuit. I feel like probably midway 7th circuit. I don't know. I don't think it's like almost impossible to get to the 8th circuit without being obliterated. But, and I noticed that my symptoms and what happened when I was in the 7th floor of the psych ward, called the 7th floor, at the most intense part, when the guy came into the day room and had the heroin and just threw it out on the table. And I did it with the other girl and him right in front of the cameras because I was being observed, and I didn't care. It was like they give it to me. Well, they do these circuitries with drugs, and I had never done heroin before until then. But I noticed that the description of like the 7th circuit, 6th circuit, like the top part of the 6th circuit, sounds like the exact symptoms was happening to me mentally while I was on the 7th floor psych ward. I was mentally in the conscious mind state of the 7th circuit. And that really gives me some validation. It should give a lot of people that have ever been committed to the psych ward or been told they're schizophrenic, if they had psychosis, you're special. I'm happy I made it to the 7th grade. I am from the 7th heaven. I didn't realize that I had come. I kind of thought maybe, but now I can have a little more validation, and hopefully other people can get some validation too, to see, what circuit you're on. And I made it to the 7th grade. I haven't graduated to the 8th, but I don't know anybody that probably could. without like dying or being, well, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I'll get into that in the videos. They'll be short. Like I typed up, or I didn't type it up, I copied and pasted pretty much, some stuff from the article. I left a lot of stuff about the drugs out because that's not the point. But I put it in, I had a narrator to read it so that you could understand it, because I know I have a silky southern drawl and I talk really fast and hard to understand. So I'll probably just play the video will be a circuit from 5 through 8, and it will tell you about, the narrators will tell you about the circuit, and then I'll talk about the things that I experienced in each of the circuits, and so that you can hear it too, because it's a good gauge and it's exactly what it's talking about. And it's actual something that's, I think, easy to understand, and it really clicked, and it's very interesting. So, and I'm going to be digging into the into circuitry, period. Maybe not maybe there's more than 8 levels of circuitry, but I think you'd have to be in the future to have those, maybe. Some people, well, anyway, you'll see. So anyway, that's what I'll do. Those will be uploaded as soon as this premiere's done, and they'll all be there under the playlist, the 8 levels of circuitry. And love you, see you, bye. One more thing, I also noticed with the 5th level, the fifth circuit, it's also known as the rapture circuit, because I can remember being in the 5th circuit, thinking I'm gonna get harpazoed out of here. I'm gonna be raptured, the rapture circuit. Yep, like Rapture Rabin. I think he went through that circuit a long time ago too. Way longer than I have. But yeah, he's probably in the 7th grade. He's probably on the 7th floor in the 7th circuit.
Father, I killed my monkey. I let it out too until